My name is Gary Brado, and I'm a documentary filmmaker and an entrepreneur. The economy is in less than perfect shape, and when the jobs go away, there's nothing left to do but get up and get creative. And there are people all over America doing just that. It's estimated that up to 85% of new businesses fail. So I'm going coast to coast to hear the personal stories of the people who beat the odds and started a successful business from the ground up. This is Startup.
The entrepreneurial spirit is alive and well. In Walsh College's business launch entrepreneurial community, consultants provide advice to aspiring business starters. More information available online.
The Chevrolet Volt, an everyday electric car with gas for longer trips. The nature of things to come. Chevrolet, find new roads.
American Express is proud to support Startup and the millions of small businesses that put in the hard work to be open for business in neighborhoods across the country.
I'm on Main Street in Sharpsburg, Pennsylvania. We're gonna go talk to Josephine and Gaston, who started La Dorita. Based on her grandmother's recipe back in Argentina, dulce de leche is often mistaken for caramel. We're gonna go find out how they took this from the home to Whole Foods and somehow ended up starting a kitchen share in the process. Let's go find out. Dulce de leche is a popular South American confection, which can commonly be found in pantries throughout the continent and used to accompany an assortment of sweet treats. The most basic recipe calls for slow, simmering milk and sugar, stirring almost constantly. Although the barriers of entry are extremely high in the independent specialty food market, Josephine and Gaston found something that they truly loved and put everything they had into creating this locally produced dessert spread. So I see you have a jar of dulce de leche. Not bad?
Not bad.
Okay.
Not bad.
This is a perfect example of a local food producer.
Absolutely. I love to be able to present that in the shop and introduce our customers to the amazing products that are here in Pittsburgh.
We make all natural dulce de leche products, and they're named after my grandmother, Dorita, who used to visit me as a child from Argentina and just made incredible food, always from scratch, real simple food.
In Argentina, you actually you eat these regularly. Every morning or whatever, you have toast with dulce de leche. I mean,
it's not
normal.
for special occasions, you know. It's
Right,
on the breakfast table every day.
We started making this in our kitchen.
Okay.
And, for us, and then we started trying it, and it was really good.
It had taken us about 1.5 years to really get the recipe down. And then once we got it, friends started asking us to make it. That's when we decided, what do we do with this? So we decided maybe we'll try to sell it.
We started going to farmers market, and it was great.
We met someone from Whole Foods.
Wow.
We got a meeting with a buyer, and there was only one Whole Foods here in Pittsburgh at the time, and they were proposing that we actually sell in their farmers markets that they have on weekends. And we actually said to them, we just don't have the time, but this is where we want to be. So let us in on your shelves, and they did. And it was great, because I can't tell you how many people said to us, you'll never get on a supermarket shelf.
Do you have to sell a certain number in order to get shelf space? I mean, do they move you one store at a time, or do they just shove you into regions? How does it work?
Really, to get into Whole Foods, we got in front of the right buyer, and we didn't really have to sell. There were no quotas. Our first orders were just 1 case, and then that got up to 4 or 6 cases at a time.
The invention of dulce de leche was purely accidental, with some tracing the origin back to the days of Napoleon. Legend says that Napoleon's soldiers inordinately created dulce de leche when they burned the milk and sugar. So when you first started the company, how was it? What were the costs associated with it? Let's get into the numbers and the business of starting a company, essentially.
Our costs were pretty hefty. I would say about $30,000.
Okay.
Because we had to overcome a very large hurdle of creating a certified kitchen in our home. And that took about 14 months. We had to get variance licenses from starting with our municipality, then with the Department of Agriculture, and then with the Department of Health.
Was that from your own personal savings, or did you get a loan?
We got a home equity loan.
You did? Okay. Okay, so you borrowed off your home and believed in the idea enough to put your house up for it for the most part.
Right.
Is this a kitchen share? You guys own this kitchen? It's your space?
We bought last year, we bought the building. The kitchen was totally stripped, completely. Okay. Was a space. So what we did, we were debating what to do. So we filled this with all the equipment, and we decided to go with a kitchen share program. So
so that's another revenue stream. That's more ways to make money. You rent the kitchen out when you're not doing dulce de leche.
That was exactly the way. The big one is this. To get approved for some of the things, we took us like a year.
Wow.
So now, all the stuff you can actually share with these people. So it's not only that they come here and they can cook or whatever, rent the kitchen for that, but also they have all this know-how that we share with them. I mean, it's like, you go way faster.
Well, we went to the Pittsburgh Public Market. We thought that we wanted to start a business there. And we found out that you can't cook these foods in your own kitchen. You have to have a commercial kitchen.
So what they've done is they've kind of paved a way for you to be able to get past a lot of the red tape that you probably wouldn't have been able to get past a few years ago.
The cost of the kitchen, the equipment we would need for it.
We couldn't afford to build our own commercial kitchen and to do this.
Always been a bottleneck.
The global confectionery industry is estimated to reach $176 billion by 2018. What portion of your business is e-commerce right now, like on a 100% scale? 10% e-commerce, 90% retail?
I would say about 5%.
5%.
The challenge with the internet is that the shipping costs almost more than the product.
Correct.
The minimum we sell in is 3 jars, because otherwise it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. For the customer.
Sweet.
This is actually dulce de leche. That's what it is. So now what we're going to do, we'll mix it a little bit just to, that, believe it or not, is going to get very thick whenever it gets cold.
So it doesn't have to be refrigerated, it just has to be at room temp to cool down.
Correct. Well, it has sugar. It's like a jelly. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. It has the proportion of sugar that it has makes it a preserved.
You guys, I quit. I'm in the dulce de leche business.
You know what? Don't yet. I mean, believe me, it's not that fun.
Awesome. So now I can.
Be careful, you're going to get burned.
Okay.
You put it that.
Nicely capped. Okay. And flip.
And flip it.
And that's it.
You're part of the business now, man.
That's it. That's it. Thank you so much.
No problem.
We've been in this for 3 years. We've learned so much. We've come across people who have helped us, and we've come across others who haven't. But most of them have. And if we can give that back and help someone launch in 3 weeks, which took us 14 months, then it's incredible. We have 5 tenants right now, and we have 2 that are already licensed.
Dulce de leche can be a sticky business, but with a product like this, word can spread quickly. This is just another example of sweet success. And the recipe this time is a lot of heart, a lot of soul, a little bit of milk, a little bit of sugar, and all your dreams in both life and in business can come true. For more information, log on to our website and click the link for La Dorita. What do you call organic food? What did they call organic food in 1950?
No idea.
Food.
Exactly. Exactly.
American Express is proud to support startup and the millions of small businesses that put in the hard work to be open for business in neighborhoods across the country.
The Chevrolet Volt, an everyday electric car with gas for longer trips. The nature of things to come. Chevrolet, find new roads.
The entrepreneurial spirit is alive and well. In Walsh College's business launch entrepreneurial community, consultants provide advice to aspiring business starters. More information available online.